Hello students. So, in the previous class we complete the term the 10 principles of economics. Now, in this particular class we have to start with the term think like an economist. Here the inside the first module the most important thing is that 10 principle and second one is to be the think like an economist. If you ask a particular doctor, he can explain how to treat a particular patient. If you ask a particular let us say scientist, he can explain how the cause and effect takes place between the chemical and some chemical to be reacted and some outcome to be takes place. But in which way economics to be treated as a scientist? Because here economics know about the people's problem. Here he take into account the cause and effect relation to the peoples only. Inside the society also be, how society to be behave, how society to be act, in the same manner how the people to be going to be act. Therefore, here we always the economics to be think like a scientist. Why to be treated as a scientist? That means you take the terms in the majority cases it written that the economics is not only a science paper, also with the arts paper. Why it is called the science? Why it is called the arts? Because in the art in the sense is study about the theories, and why there is a science? Because it take into account certain assumptions. On the basis of the assumption he is collecting the data and going to be prove certain things, and that proof also be takes place in case of the science, right. So, some with the help of certain assumptions certain thing going to be proved and that thing going to be tested. Here is also with the same things going to be proved as well as they are tested. Therefore, the economics both to be treated as the science as well as the arts paper, because the economics again you know it may be the deductive method or the inductive method. In case of your deductive you have to deducing certain things and thereafter you have to generalizing it, particular to general and general to particular. In case of a deductive it is the general to the particular. You can explain the term particular to the general and general to the particular, two terms are for the deductive and inductive purpose. We collect the data, after collecting the data then we have to just take for example the taking the data of the price and the demand inside a particular society and study about it. What you are going to be study? Now you have to study the behavior or the changing behavior of your consumers when price changes, right. And in that case what you find? Always when price fall demand increases. So, after the collection of data then we have to finding the conclusion, yes, when price rise demand fall, then make the theory, yes, that is the demand law is to be satisfied, that means when price rise demand to be fall. That is the in that case the particular to the general we have to take into account generaling concept then move to the particular bit. Similarly, if you take the theory then explaining it to the, that means from the particular to the general. So, the both the deductive as well as the inductive method, theory to the practice and practice to the theory, right. So, that is also be undertaken by the scientists also be. Now, if you take into account the theories of economics, it takes certain assumptions as well as the models. Why there is assumptions? Why there is a assumption? Because scientists require some sort of assumptions. Take the case of your the law of gravitations, take the case of your any things, whether the any law to be extracted by the Newtons or to be extracted by the any scientist to be taken into account. He takes certain assumptions, thereafter expanding certain things. If the the apple is not going to be fall to the earth, then you can't say that is the concept of the law of gravitations. Law of gravitation can be studied if a apple to be fall from the top to the bottom. The reverse is not to be takes place, because we assume once it fall thereafter you have to say yes this thing to be takes place. Similarly, every actions having the opposite and equal reactions, if they take the Newton's law. In that case also be the same thing also with that, first action then reaction, okay, take the action then after the followed by the action there exists some sort of reaction is there. So, for that reason we take into account certain assumptions in case of economics also be. What are the key economic assumptions are there? Those key economic assumptions are, there are 5 assumptions. The first, the most important assumption is that society has unlimited wants and limited resources. Unlimited wants and limited resources. Wants means it is the end, unlimited ends, resources means the means. Unlimited ends and the limited means. So, that is the most important assumption, that the scarcity, that is called the scarcity assumptions. As you know, the scarcity assumption, that the scarcity definitions provided by Llewellyn Robbins, and that Robbins tells this the concept of the economics on the basis of this particular assumptions alone. He take, because economic problem arises because their existence of your unlimited ends and the limited means are there. Your resources are limited and unlimited ends to be expressed. Therefore, we have to face the concept of economic problems. Later on, those economic problems to be segregated into 2 parts. One is called the microeconomic problems and second part is called the macroeconomic problems. Second assumptions, there is a trade-off. Due to the scarcity, there is a trade-off. Due to scarcity of resources, there is a trade-off. Always there is a trade-off, as in case of the principles of 10 principles of economics, I already explained in the previous class. In that case, why there is a trade-off to be takes place? Because of the scarce resources. Due to the scarcity, due to the first assumption, there is a resources, scarce resources are there. Therefore, there always a trade-off, choice between present and future, what to choose, whether to be spend the time with the watching movie or the study, spend the time for playing purpose, what to do, in which way we have to using our available time, whether for the study purpose or the watching the movie or something else, right. That is always a trade-off. Because why it is so? Because the time is limited. In a particular day, I have only 10 hours for the purpose of your surplus time period for the study or to be play or something else. What to do? In which way you are using those scarce resources, those scarce time, to better way to be utilizing it. So, always we face there is a trade-off between present and future. So, which one we have to choose? Present, if you choose the present, sacrifice the future. If the sacrifice, choose the future, then sacrifice the present. Second, the self-interest. Self-interest in the sense that everyone respond to the initiative at the act in their own. That means the self-interest. Whether it is the society, whether it is the individual persons, his interest upon the self-interest, because there is if there is some incentives, then you have to self-interested for that particular purpose. Jodi kono jinsa gote magadare distribute kara houthibo, then you have to sacrifice your available time, spend in that queue re thiya habo, gote din pore milibo pacha se queue re thiya heithibo tame, kahinki na more interest hoche I have to get that free product from the which it be supplied by the government. So, that means you have to sacrifice the time and the spend the whole day in a particular queue to get that free product. That is the self-interest is that, right. Next, always there is a take the decision by comparing, people take the decision by comparing the cost and benefit, that is called the marginal cost, marginal benefit and marginal cost. If the benefit is much more than cost, if the additional benefit is much more than the additional cost, in that case you have to interest rate for that particular product. जोथिरे अधिक benefit आसुची, marginal benefit is more than the marginal cost, you are going to be spend your resources in that particular field. And the last one is to be that you have to take into account the real life situation, you have to explain with the help of the model and graph. Model and graphs. Here the model means that the different type of models are there, like let us say it may be for your demand model, supply model, productions model, we take into account the circular flow model, right. There are the different type of model in the economics. You have to explaining those things. Why the model? Because it will be visualizing the things very easily, you can understand the concept of economics, right. You know, to understand the better way the concept of economics, we have to using the term model and graphs. What type of graph? Graph may be, it is a straight line demand curve, supply curve, cost curve is there, production curve is there, or you can take into account the regressions lines are there, it may be pie chart, it may be the histogram, bar diagram, etc., etc. So, that means if this the graphs and models, these things are to be help the general person, general student to understand the complexity of your economy, right. After taking account the assumptions and model, we start with there are two models are there in our course. There are the two model, one is called the circular flow and second one is called the production possibility curve. Let us start with the first model, what is called as the circular flow. Circular flow. You know, to explain the concept of the circular flow, how the flow, that means the real flow and money flow. What do you mean by real flow and what do you mean by money flow? Real flow and money flow. So, prior to that, what is flow and stock? Flow means changeable, stock means remains constant. Take for example, the distance between Cuttack and Bhubaneswar, it is stock or flow? The distance to be treated as a stock, because every time the distance is to be let us say 21 kilometer or 22 kilometer, that remains constant. For today there, how many times you have to move, the distance to be remain the same, but the speed you can cross the distance by more speed, let us say the 90 kilometer per hour or 60 kilometer per hour or 20 kilometer per hour. The speed to be flow, but stock is to be at the distance between the two places. Similarly, water in a river is a flow, but water in a pond or well is a stock. So, there is no changing in the water, water remain constant, it is not flow, it is not flow from one place to the another place. In case of a river, the water going to be the flow from one direction to the another directions. So, that is the flow. Similarly, take the example of your number of student in a particular class in a particular day, that may be stock. Number of people or student admitted in a particular college, again is the stock. That means number of people which is going to be admitted in a particular college remains constant. So, you have to remember what is the concept of the stock and what is the meaning of the flow. But what is the meaning of the real flow and money flow? Real flow means the flow to be takes place from between the sectors. It may be the household sector, that the different type of sectors are there. The sectors are to be household sector and let us say farm sector. It may be the household or it may be the farm. So, here that means the real flow means when the flow, the farm provides certain things to the household or household provides certain things to the farm. If the flow to be takes place between these two sectors, then in that case in terms of the goods and services, it is called as the real flow. If the flow is to be takes place in case of your goods and services, that is called as the real flow. Money flow, when the flow between these two sectors is to be takes place or between the sector to be takes place, then in that in terms of money, that is called the money flow. Real flow, money flow. So, we have to explain this flow concept between both in the terms of your real and money between the different sector, but we have to explain the circular flow in a two sector model. You have to study 3 sector model and a 4 sector model in the national income accounting in the macroeconomy. But written in this particular case, in order to explain the key features of your principles of economics in the first model, and you have to how to think like an economist, you have to explain the terms in case of your models. The first model, the circular flow, that model you have to explain with the help of the 2 sectors only. One is called the farm and second is the household. Farm and second one is called the household. This farm and household sectors are there, but here we also be taking the 2 markets are there. One is called the money market or it is called the product market or and there is the factor market. One is called the product market and second one is called the factor market. Inside the product markets, what you have to find? Here the goods and services are going to be goods and services are going to be sold and brought. एठी goods और services किना बिका होची, but एठी कौन होची in the factor market in the that is called the factor market. In this particular market here the services are going to be brought and sold. Means in this case the factor of the productions, the factors of production means land, labor, capital, organization, all these are to be going to be purchase and sales. So in this is called the factor market and this is called the product market, and the two sectors are there, two market, two sectors. So the farm and household. How the flow to be takes place? In this case that the goods and services brought by the, that means here take into account the household sector. The household sector but that means कौन किणुची एठी से goods and services किणुची, goods and services. Household sector कोड जिनस आनले ना product market रो goods and services आनुचंती, right? ता प्रतिबदल से कौन करिवो ना payment for the goods and services, payment for goods and services. एठी जेहेतु आमे आणुची साटू किणुची आणुचे goods and services ता पाखर आणुचे का पाखर ना household आणुचे product market रू जोटी की goods and services किना बिका जाउछे. सो सेठु आमे जतले product goods and services आमे किनिले ता प्रतिबदल आमे कोन दबा ना ताको पेमेंट करिबा. You have to pay for the goods and services. Similarly, in case of your farm, in that case the goods and services to be the farm produces goods and services and sold to be product market. Here is the goods and services are going to be sold. Goods and services are going to be sold. The farm produces the goods and services and that going to be sold in the product market. And those products which are available here, goods and services, that to be bought by the household sectors, right? Similarly, as it pay, when he purchases the goods and services, he pay the payment for the goods and services, and those payment is to be received by the firms in terms of your revenue. That is called the remunerations, or it is called as the revenues. This is called the revenues, receipt, sales receipt of a product. आमे गोटे जिनस बिकी देला परे किसी जिनस पाइबा. सेल्स रिसिप्ट मीन्स इट इज द सेल्स रिसिप्ट बाय अ प्रोडक्ट. जेते गोटे आई मीन बिकाली जेते दुकानी गोटे बिकुची गोटे जिनस ता प्रतिबदले जहाँ पाइला दैट्स कॉल्ड द रेवेन्यू. सी गुड्स से बिकिला किए परचेस करछि द हाउसहोल्ड परचेस कले द हाउसहोल्ड जेते पेमेंट ता करछि दैट पेमेंट वी मूव टू द फार्म. दैट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर रेवेन्यू. सिमिलरली हियर inside the factor market keep supply korchi land and labor and all the things. Now all the land and labor, all the things are the belongs to the household sectors. That means labor hours. केते जन लेबर तंको गोटे दिन रे लेबर लेट्स से 10 आवर्स और लेबर से प्रोवाइड करछन. काउ प्रोवाइड करी कोडी प्रोवाइड करी ना फैक्टर मार्केट प्रोवाइड करिवे. दैट पर्टिकुलर लेबर, दैट इज द लैंड एंड लेबर्स एंड सो ऑन, दोस थिंग टू प्रोवाइडेड बाय द हाउसहोल्ड टू द फैक्टर मार्केट एंड दोस टू बी एक्सट्रैक्टेड as the factors of productions which to be going to be utilized inside the farm. That the factors of productions, factors of productions, right? ताको आमे कोन कहते हैं factors of productions आमे नोचे. But जतले household sector ताकर निजर लैंड दौचंती से मानकर जो माने जो काम करिया जो शक्ति अछि लोक माने जो काम करचंती से समस्त कोठी दौचंती ना फैक्टर मार्केट प्रोवाइड करचंती. As it the market where the going to be sell, purchase and sales takes place of the land, labor and so on, factor markets, and those to be purchased by the firms. And semane te kudre use korchunti se kon debo na semane ku debo wages and salaries, wages and salaries. That wages and salaries is called as the money flow. जेतले हमें factor से purchase korchi, that's called the real flow. This is called the money flow and the real flow, right? And those wages and salaries are to be treated as the income for your household sector. These are called the income for the household sector. So this is the concept of your model. The first model, what is called the circular flow. In this circular flow, what do you find? We take into account the two sector model. Two sectors means farm and household. There the two markets are there. One is called the product market and the factor market. House inside the product market, goods and services are going to be purchased and sales. In case of a factor market, the factors of productions are going to be purchased and sales, right? Thereafter, in the household sector, the first of all take into account household sector, they provide the goods, that is called the labor, land and so on to whom? The factor market. Factor market collecting those labors and that is called the land and so on from the household, provided to the farm as the factors of reductions, that is called the real flow, that is called the real flow. And যেহেতু ହାଉସହୋଲ୍ଡ ସେକ୍ଟର ସେମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ଲେବର ଦେଉଛନ୍ତି, ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ କଲ୍ଡ ଦ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡକୁ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ଼ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରଡକ୍ସନ୍ ସେକ୍ଟର ପାଇଁ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତା ପ୍ରତିବଦଳରେ ସେ ଫାର୍ମ ତାକୁ କ'ଣ ଦେବେ ନା ୱେଜେସ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସାଲାରିଜ୍, ରେଣ୍ଟ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସୋ ଅନ୍। ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ୱେଜେସ୍ ସାଲାରୀ ରେଣ୍ଟ ହେରିକା ପାଇଲେ ତାକୁ କ'ଣ କରିବ ନା ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଟୁ ବି ଟ୍ରିଟେଡ୍ ଆଜ୍ ଦ ଇନକମ୍ ଫର୍ ଦ ହାଉସହୋଲ୍ଡ ସେକ୍ଟର, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ କଲ୍ଡ ଦ ମନି ଫ୍ଲୋ। So one direction is the real flow, another direction is the money flow. Similarly, while using the factors of production, the farm manufacture the goods. बर्तमान फार्म्स कौन कर ना गुड्स को मैन्युफैक्चर कर say manufacture the goods, and that is the goods and services what the farm manufactured going to be sold in the product market. And say product टा किए किनिबो ना household sector किनिबे, they purchase the product for the goods and services from the product market, that is called the real flow. ये production goods and services को production कला product market available कला, then household sector से goods and services are to handle, but they are not collected in the free of cost, rather they have to be pay. ସେମାନେ ମାଗଣା ସେଠୁ ଆଣୁନାହାନ୍ତି, rather ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ payment କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେ payment କଲେ that the payment for the goods and services, those payment to be treated as a revenue for the farms, those treated as a revenue for the farms. This is the basic idea about the what's called as the first model, what is the things they call the circular flow. But here in this particular term in the first model, we just explain the term circular flow for a two sector economy, not for the three sector economy where the government will enter into. When the government will enter into, again we have to explaining the term real flow and money flow with the government with farm, government with the household sector. Beside that, there is another type of model what is called as the fourth sector model. In case of a fourth sector model, along with the government we have to take into account another sector that is called as the foreign trade sector, and how that foreign trade sector related to the government, how that foreign trade sector related to the farm along with the household. By considering the term both factor market as well as your product market, and both all the things to be treated as your fourth sector model. But as we are bounded by the two sector model, therefore we have to explaining only the two sector model in this particular unit. Okay. So that is all about the first model of your economics, the most important principles of economics, which is the how to think like an economist. And in the coming class we have to start with the second model, that is the productions possibility curve, right. Thank you for today.